Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum, dear student. I hope you all are fine. Dear student, today I am taking class with first year, student of first year. Dear student, in previous class we had started a chapter of your course that is drug abuse in youth of Pakistan, and we had stopped in the middle. Dear student, in today's lecture, we will start from the middle of the chapter. That is the essay drug abuse in the youth of Pakistan, where we had stopped in previous class. Dear student, let me tell you first what the essay is about and what the writer says in the remaining part of the essay. Dear student, the essay is about, in this essay, the writer has given in detail, the reason behind the drug abuse in the youth of Pakistan. And the writer says that Pakistan has become one of the most, drug affected countries in the world. And he says that the alarming situation is this, that most of the drug addicts are undergraduate students. That is very alarming, and he says that it is a very grim reality. It is a very serious issue. It is a very grim issue. And in in this essay, I have written here few points of the essay, and first of all, I'll explain these few points, and then I'll explain the text of the remaining part of this essay. Key points. The writer has given in detail the reason behind the rise of drug abuse in youth of Pakistan. Yes, in this essay, the writer has given us in details what are the reason behind why the youth of Pakistan, easily go for drugs. Why they become drug addicts. The writer tells us in this essay. And he says that the writer says that Pakistan is among the most affected countries of the world because majority of the drug users are undergraduate students. And the writer says that, and this is a very serious issue. This is a very serious issue that most of these drug addicts are undergraduate students. And in the remaining part of this essay, the writer is talking about the responsibilities of parents. What responsibilities they have to perform. Parent have to perform. In the remaining part of the essay, the writer talks about the responsibilities of parents, and says that they can parent can work from both sides. Parent can work from both sides. They can influence children through healthy dialogues about the risk factor, stress, and danger of the use of drugs. These are the responsibilities. In this essay, the writer of the essay tells us the responsibilities of the parent, and the writer says that they can work from both sides. They can handle the issue from both sides, and the writer says that they can influence their children through healthy dialogues, and and talking about the risk factor of using drug and the bad consequences, the worst consequences of using drugs. They can work from both sides. And then says students see drug as easy way to cope up with the challenges and pressures. And the writer of this essay tells us that in our area, in Pakistan, most especially in Pakistan, most of the students see that they are not literally ready to face the challenges and pressure of life, stress of academic stress and pressure of life, challenges of life. What they do, they see drug as easy way to cope up with the challenges of life. When they want to escape from these realities, when they want to shun the challenges of life, when they want to escape the realities and pressure and stress of life, academic, all type of challenges of life, they see drug as easy way to cope with them. Next, the writer of this essay says that no proper check and balance by law enforcing agencies according, in controlling easy availability of drug. Yes, this is a very serious issue. If law enforcing agencies, will not perform their work, then what will happen? The writer says that there is no check and balance by the law enforcing agencies. They are, the supporter of these drug dealer. They have become supporter of drug dealer, and this is a very, it will have very bad consequences. It will have very bad consequences. And he says that, the writer says that this law enforcing agencies, they are not performing their due duty. Okay, and then says that parents should give time to their families. Yes, this is an important factor. This for the development of child, for the development of children, this is very serious issue. Parents should give them time. If parents should give them time, should give time to their family. And then the writer says that they should notice the problem faced by their children. Yes, it is true. That is again a serious issue. In our time, most of in this era, parents have become very busy, students have become very busy, children have become very busy. They are not giving time to one another. That's why the writer says that they should notice the problem faced by the children. If a student is facing a problem, if his father or mother, mother are not, noticing his problem or her problem, then, the student or children is immature, and he or she will easily, see drug as easy way to cope with the challenges of life. That is why parents should notice the problem faced by their children. The next thing, which is a striking one, is the writer says that educational institutes should train students to manage time. Yes, this is true. This is the responsibility of educational institute, that they should train students to manage time. They should train students to face the challenges of life. They should train students, to face the challenges of life happily. There is no new technique. They should train them. They should train them how to go ahead in life. This is the responsibility of educational institutes. Then next he says that effort should be made to control the easy availability of drugs. These are the few suggestions the writer gives us. The writer gives us few suggestions, and in the end of the essay, he says that if you will meet these suggestions, if you will fulfill or if you adopt these suggestions, then you will be able to eradicate the evil of drug from your society, the evil of drug from youth of Pakistan. And he says that, the writer says that effort should be made to control the easy availability of drug in the area, in the locality, in educational institute, in everywhere, in every field of life. He says, the writer says that it should be, the effort should be made to control the easy availability of drug. If drugs are available easily in the market, if drugs are available easily in educational institute, then there are greater risk. There are greater chances of a student to go for drug, because it is easy available. The next he says, family support and conducive atmosphere is necessary. Yes, it is true. There must be family support behind their children. Okay, there must be conducive atmosphere between parents and children. If there is no conducive atmosphere means encouraging atmosphere. If there is no encouraging atmosphere, if there is no conducive atmosphere between parent and children, then they will not grow according to the high-end standard. Next one is proper counseling and an anti-drug cell should be established. Yes, it is true. There must be anti-drug cell in the school. There must be anti-drug cell in the college. There must be anti-drug cell in the drug cell in the university. And the writer says that proper counseling and anti-drug cell should be established in college and in educational institute and other. In every localities there must be anti-drug cell should be established. In the last, the writer says that adopting these measure, we can easily eradicate the evil of drug from our society, from our locality, from our educational institute, and from the youth of Pakistan. So, dear students, these were the few key points as I discussed with you. Now let me read the text for you, then I'll explain each and everything, regarding, the text, and I'll explain the vocabulary for you. Let me read the text. Okay, dear student, open your book at page number 169, second paragraph. 169, second paragraph. And the writer says that, but for parent, the doors swing both ways. It means that, but for parent can work from both sides. Parent can influence their children through healthy dialogues about risk factor, stress, and the danger of drug use. As I told you that, the prime responsibility rests on parents. And the writer says that they can work from both sides. They can influence their children through healthy activity, healthy dialogues about risk factor, stress, and the danger of drug use. As custodian means responsible. As custodians, parents should wish their children to be successful and not to succumb to their demand. The writer says that as a custodian of their children, they should wish their children to be successful. This is the responsibility of parents, that they should wish their children to be successful, not to succumb to their demand. It means that parents को चाहिए कि वो अपने बच्चों को कामयाबी की ख्वाहिश करे, कामयाबी के लिए दुआ करे, सिर्फ ये नहीं कि बच्चों के डिमांड के सामने सर झुकाए। ठीक है, सर झुकाना उसकी क्या है, ये अच्छी बात नहीं है कि वो succumbing fail to resist. Okay, succumbing fail to resist. It means that parents should wish their children to be successful in life, to be successful ahead, and they should not succumb to their demands. Children learn more by what their parents do and what they say. And if they see their parents cope with pressure in a negative way, it sends a powerful message to their children. The pressure that adults put on themselves, both as individuals and parents, trickle down to kids. We must start early to help teens develop a positive self-image and create healthy approach to dealing with life. And in the next three or four lines, the writer of this essay says that children learn more by what their parents do than what they say. This is scientifically proved that children are the keen observer. They observe what their parents do, and they learn more what their parents do, not what they say. If they see their parents cope with the pressure in a negative way, it sends a powerful message to their children. This is true that if they see their parents coping with the challenges of life, coping with the challenges, stress and pressures of life in a negative way, this coping with the pressure of life in negative way will send a powerful message to them. And the pressure that adults put on themselves, both as individual parents, trickle down to kids. Trickle down mean go down. Okay? Trickle down mean go down. इसका मतलब ये है कि जो कुछ वो अपने पेरेंट्स को चैलेंजेस का सामना करते हुए देखते हैं, जिस तरह अपने पेरेंट्स को मुश्किलात का सामना करते हुए, चैलेंजेस का सामना करते हुए, प्रेशर का सामना करते हुए नेगेटिव तरीके से, इन ए नेगेटिव वे, सो इट विल सेंड ए पावरफुल मैसेज टू देम. और ये क्या होता है, ये उन तक भी जाता है जिस तरह उनके पेरेंट्स चैलेंजेस को फेस करते हैं, तो ये भी क्या करते हैं, उसी तरह सीख जाते हैं कि किस तरह फेस करना है. Or the writer says that we must start early to help teens develop a powerful, positive self-image and create healthy approach to dealing with life. Yes. In the next paragraph, the writer says that when students try to alleviate pressure or stress, alleviate means to make less, कम करना, ठीक है. To alleviate mean to make less severe, to make less severe you can say, to make less severe. किसी चीज का जो शिद्दत है उसको कम करना, alleviate करना, ठीक है. When the student try to alleviate pressure or stress, illegal substances make for a viable option. Viable option mean option. Okay, viable mean option. And the writer says that viable option is possible option. If this is viable option, then possible option. Mean मुमकिना जो option है उनके पास क्या होता है? When student try to alleviate pressure or stress, illegal substances make for viable option. It means that when the students see that, when the children see their parent coping with the challenges of life in a negative way, what they do, student after while when they try to alleviate their stress, when they try to alleviate the pressure of life, they go for illegal substances. Illegal substances mean drug. They go for drug, for a viable option, for a possible option. And these illicit drugs are easily and cheaply available everywhere in the country. As I told you that this easy availability is one of the higher basic danger or basic problem in our society for the student to be drug addict. That these illicit drugs are these illegal substances. These drugs are easy available in the market, easy available in the in the locality or in educational institute. That's why students go easily. They easily go for drug. And the writer says that in addition, in many colleges and universities, even alcohol and drugs are glorified and used as a sign of pleasure and romance. That's true that this easy availability should be stopped. We should control. There should be check. There must be proper check and balance by law enforcing agencies. If they will not work, if they do not perform their work, if they do not perform their duty, then what will happen? Then the youth of Pakistan will easily go for drug, because drug is easy available in the market. Drug is easy available everywhere in the country. So the writer says in the next paragraph, the graduating youth usually purchase drug through dealers or agents. Yes, they purchase drug from dealers from agents, and who are just a phone call away, and their numbers are easily changed among pairs. That is true. That is the writer of this essay has drawn a clear image of our society, of Pakistani educational institute, that students, these drug dealers and these drug agents are not far away. They are just a phone call away from their and their cell phone number and their phone numbers are easily exchanged among peers, among students, among friends. And the contact number of drug dealers and agents are also widely distributed in students' hostels. Yes, this is true that drug dealer के जितने भी नंबर होते हैं, डीलर और एजेंट के नंबर होते हैं, वो इजीली स्टूडेंट्स के दरमियान क्या होती है, पेयर्स एक दूसरे के साथ शेयर करते हैं. हॉस्टलों में, यूनिवर्सिटीज़ के हॉस्टलों में, कॉलेजेस के हॉस्टलों में क्या करते हैं, वो आपस में शेयर करते हैं. इस वजह से वो क्या होते हैं, they are just phone call away. इतना दूर नहीं होते, एक फोन करो बस बंदा ले आता है आपके लिए. So the responsibility rests on law enforcing agencies, that they should do their work, they should perform their duty. And now he says, the writer says that colleges and cafeterias and other places that are generally hidden from the eyes of law enforcing agencies, and convenient to the student. Convenient mean easy. आसानी के लिए, स्टूडेंट की आसानी के लिए क्या होता है, यानी कॉलेज के कैफेटेरियाज, हॉस्टल के कैफेटेरियाज जो है वो मोस्टली वो क्या होते हैं, लॉ इन्फोर्सिंग एजेंसीज के नज़रों से वो क्या होते हैं, छुपे होते हैं, लॉ इन्फोर्सिंग एजेंसीज के नज़रों से छुपे होते हैं। तो इस वजह से क्या होता है, तो उस पर कोई ख़ास चेक एंड बैलेंस भी नहीं होता। तो राइटर हमें ये बताना चाहता है इस ऐसे में कि ऐसा होता है, इन चीज़ों पे भी चेक एंड बैलेंस होनी चाहिए। And next he says, regrettably, some element of the law enforcing agencies are also colluding with drug mafia. You know, regrettably means to be able to regret. To be able to regret. इसका मतलब ये है कि काबिले अफसूस बात, regrettably mean काबिले अफसूस होना। और he said the law enforcing agencies are colluding with drug mafias. Colluding mean conspiring. इसका मतलब है साजिश में होते हैं। ये क्या होते हैं कुछ, ये this is one of the most dangerous issue. This is one of the most dangerous issues in Pakistan, that you know some of the element of law enforcing agencies are conspiring with drug mafia. ये क्या होते हैं, वो उनके साथ मिले होते हैं और साजिश करते हैं, और क्या करते हैं, they made the easy availability of drug possible everywhere in Pakistan, in the market, in the college, in the hostel, and everywhere in the world. Everywhere in Pakistan, we are specifically talking about the youth of Pakistan, so there is the issue. And then the nexus, the nexus has made the availability of lethal drug far more convenient for the youth. It means that the nexus means the connection of law enforcing agencies. We cannot say that all law enforcing agencies are in connection, they are conspiring with the drug dealers or mafia. We can say that some element of law enforcing agencies, they are conspiring with drug mafia. They have in collaboration, they work in collaboration with drug mafia, and they make the easy availability of drug in Pakistan, or everywhere in Pakistan, including colleges, including university, including market, everywhere. It means nexus mean connection. So here the writer is talking about the connection of drug mafia and element of law enforcing agencies. He says that the nexus has made the availability of lethal drug. Lethal mean fatal, मुहलिक। ठीक है, इस मुहलिक दवाइयों का, मुहलिक ड्रग्स का क्या करते हैं, इजी अवेलेबिलिटी, फार मोर कन्वीनियंट फॉर द यूथ, जवानों के लिए, यूथ ऑफ पाकिस्तान के लिए क्या करते हैं, इजीली अवेलेबल करते हैं। देन देयर इज नो प्रॉब्लम इफ लॉ एनफोर्सिंग एजेंसीज आर विद द माफिया, इफ लॉ एनफोर्सिंग एजेंसीज आर कंस्पायरिंग विद माफिया फॉर द इजी अवेलेबिलिटी ऑफ ड्रग्स इन द मार्केट, देन देयर इज नो इशू. So the writer gives a suggestion that there must be proper check and balance by law enforcing agencies to control the drug availability, easy availability of drug in the market. The next says that, in the next paragraph, the writer says, perhaps if not engrossed too much in their career, can quickly perceive, parents if not engrossed too much in their career, can quickly perceive and recognize that their children are addicted to some illicit substance. Engrossed mean too much busy, बहुत ज़्यादा मसरूफ होना। यानी यहाँ पे आपको ये बताना चाहता है, अगर पेरेंट्स बहुत ज़्यादा अपने करियर को तवज्जो देंगे, अगर बच्चों को नहीं देखेंगे, अगर यहाँ पे बताना ये चाहता है, इफ़ नॉट मीन, अगर ये कहता है कि अगर पेरेंट्स जो है वो ज़्यादा अपने करियर पे तवज्जो ना देकर, ठीक है, अपने उस पर तवज्जो ना देकर अपने बच्चों का भी ख्याल रखे, तो फिर क्या होगा, दे कैन क्विकली परसीव एंड रिकॉग्नाइज दैट देयर चिल्ड्रन आर एडिक्टेड टू सम इलिसिट सब्सटेंस. Yes, if they give some little amount of time, if they give little amount of time to their parent, to their family, they can easily recognize, they can easily perceive that their children are, their children are addicted to some illegal substances, mean drugs. अगर वो थोड़ा सा टाइम भी अपने फैमिली को दे देंगे तो वो पहचान जाएंगे, वो समझ जाएंगे कि क्या है, मेरे बच्चे जो है वो illicit substances का आदी हो चुका है. If parents notice that their children have deeply emaciated body, emaciated means thin from hunger. Emaciated means thin of hunger, यानी भूख से पतलापन होना, ठीक है। अगर वो यानी कहता है कि अपने पेरेंट्स को, अगर पेरेंट्स ये देख ले कि उनके बच्चे क्या हो गए हैं, जिस्मानी तौर पर कमज़ोर हो गए हैं, स्ट्रॉन्ग लॉस ऑफ एपेटाइट, यानी उनके बच्चों को भूख नहीं लगती। एपेटाइट मीन यानी हंगर को कहा जाता है, ठीक है। एपेटाइट भूख को कहा जाता है। भूख का न लगना भी एक यानी ड्रग एडिक्शन की अलामत है। डिफिकल्टी इन ब्रीथिंग, यस, सांस लेने में मसला होगा। एंड फटीग और थकावट होगी। स्ट्रॉन्ग नर्वस डिस्टर्बेंस, देयर विल बी नर्वस डिस्टर्बेंस, यानी आसाबी कमजोरी होगी बच्चों में ड्रग के। लॉन्ग होम एब्सेंस, लॉन्ग स्टे अवे फ्रॉम होम, घर से बहुत ज्यादा वक्त के लिए दूर रहना, सुबह निकल के रात के 12 बजे आना या कई दिनों तक पता नहीं चलना, तो ये क्या है, ड्रग एडिक्शन की अलामात है। एक्स्ट्रा मनी डिमांड, अगर आपके बच्चे आपसे ज्यादा एक्स्ट्रा मनी डिमांड कर रहा है, जो उसके पॉकेट मनी से बढ़ के मांग रहा है, तो इट मीन्स ही इज एडिक्टेड टू he or she is addicted to some illegal substances. So telling lie to get money, अगर वो पैसे के लिए झूठ बोले, आपसे झूठ बोलकर पैसे ले ले, it means he or she is using that money for illegal substances, mean for drugs. Isolation, अगर वो ज्यादा तन्हाई का शिकार रहे, loneliness का शिकार रहे, isolation mean loneliness, ठीक है। isolation mean तन्हाई को कहा जाता है, isolation, loneliness, okay. Then the writer says that remaining away from others, loneliness की वो है दूसरों से दूर रहना। long sleeping time, ज्यादा वक्त के लिए सोना। और laziness, कमजोर, pale face, उसका जर्द रंग का चेहरा होना, ठीक है। tremors in figure, tremors mean shake, ठीक है। tremors mean shake, यानी उसके हाथों में, उसकी उंगलियों में क्या होती है, शेकिंग होती है, उसके हाथ लरजने लगते हैं, ठीक है। these are some sign of drug addiction. The writer is telling irregularities in works and studies. If there is irregularities, वो regular नहीं है, अगर आपके बच्चे पढ़ाई में रेगुलर नहीं है, काम में रेगुलर नहीं है, it means they have become drug addicts. Then he says that no interest in everyday life, अगर बच्चा ये कुछ साइन हमें बता रहा है, कुछ वो चीजें हमें बता रहा है कि जिसमें क्या होगा, यानी पेरेंट कैन इजीली परसीव एंड रिकॉग्नाइज दैट देयर चिल्ड्रन आर their children have become addicted to illicit substances, that is drug, and these signs are, he says that no interest in everyday's life, रेड आइज, जिसकी सुर्ख आंखें होगी। स्लर्ड स्पीच, उनकी क्या होगी, स्लर्ड स्पीच मीन इंसल्टिंग स्पीच, स्लर्ड स्पीच, ठीक है। SLUR, स्लर्ड मीन इंसल्टिंग। उनकी क्या होगी, स्पीच भी क्या होगी, इंसल्टिंग स्पीच होगी। और आगे देखिए सर्कल अंडर द आइज, यानी हल्कों, यानी आंखों के नीचे हल्के बनेंगे, ठीक है। नेग्लेक्ट ऑफ पर्सनल हाइजीन, यानी वो अपनी हाइजीन का भी ख्याल नहीं रखेंगे, ना प्रॉपर ब्रश करेंगे, न कंघी करेंगे, ना कुछ और चीज़ों की सफाई कर लेंगे, प्रॉपर हाइजीन का भी ख्याल नहीं रखेंगे। एंड मार्क्स एंड ट्रेसेस ऑफ अब्यूज ऑन द बॉडीज, यानी उनके जिस्मों पे भी क्या होंगे, निशानात होंगे, ड्रग के निशानात होंगे, कहीं पे इंजेक्शन लगाया हो उसके निशान होगा, कहीं पे वो मुख्तलिफ चीज़ें यूज़ करते हैं, तो क्या होता है, उनके निशानात पड़े होते हैं। तो यानी पेरेंट कैन इजीली परसीव, कैन इजीली अंडरस्टैंड, कैन इजीली रिकॉग्नाइज दैट देयर चिल्ड्रन हैव बिकम एडिक्ट ऑफ इलिसिट सब्सटेंसेस. They should immediately seek medical help from their child. The writer of this essay gives suggestion to parent, and the writer says that they should immediately seek medical help from their for their child. If they see these signs, if they see these signs, as the writer has discussed here. In the next paragraph, the writer says, regrettably, our educational institute do not train student how to manage academic stress. And this is true that our educational institute